I'm sorry. This isn't how I wanted to start the video, but I've actually had to stop this twice and restart because somebody in there won't stop talking.
Inconceivable.
And the peanut gallery has left me for my couch, so I'm doing my 7 points alone. So, this is basically part 2 to the first one where Tiffany was there for the majority of it. And that is things I would have done differently. I only have 7 points written down. If I think of anything else while actually talking, I will say it though. So, number 1, I would have gotten the Universal Express Pass. I know it was a lot more money, but I did technically have that kind of cash on me. But I think it would have been worth it, looking back, because the wait for the train... How long was the wait for the train, Tiff?
At least 30, 45 minutes.
I thought it was close to an hour. I know your wait for the Gringotts ride was over an hour, so I think if we ever do go back, we should maybe look into the Express Pass, because I do regret not getting it. Number 2, I would have fought harder to have gotten into the 60s building. By the time we got there and we realized that we didn't have a room, it was really late. We talked to the people at the front desk. They worked and did a bunch of crap. And then they basically stuck us on the second floor of the 50s building. Which I did like the 50s building. I just really did not like it on the way back from a very long day. Having to go to pretty much the furthest in the 50s building. And then attempt to get to the second floor. Tiffany, the poor dear, did not take the elevator. She actually stuck out and did the steps. I don't know how she did it.
The steps were right there by our door.
The steps were right by the door, but the fact that you actually stuck it out and did the steps.
I feel like it paid off in the long end because the walk from the elevator to our room was so long that it basically added up to doing.
You told them to shut up and you're asking her stuff.
Well, she was actually there for this. They weren't. She can give her opinion. But I would have tried to have done something where we would have had the first floor, because I did not enjoy going and doing that every single day. I don't know about Tiffany. I don't know if she enjoyed the walk back or not. I don't think she would have. Number 3. I would have tried to see if we could have gotten a bus from the Polynesian to Hollywood Studios. Most hotels that are even on the monorail system should have a bus system as well. So why we didn't look into seeing if they had a bus that went from there to Hollywood Studios is beyond me. That would have saved so much time had we looked into it and seen if they had a bus. It would have saved us from going on the monorail to Ticket and Transportation Center, going down to where, what was it, another bus system type thing that did not have Hollywood Studios. We talked to a guy who gave us horrible directions. We ended up on a boat going to Magic Kingdom, not figuring out where the buses were there, and we had to go to the Contemporary. So it would have saved us so much time had we seen if the Polynesian had a bus.
Did you have cheese sticks for lunch?
Yes, that's not important to this video though. Number 4, I would have skipped Animal Kingdom altogether. I don't know how Tiffany feels about that. Tiffany, how do you feel about that? Would you have skipped Animal Kingdom?
No.
I would have. Then again, I feel like Hollywood Studios was your worst day.
Yep.
And Animal Kingdom was my worst day, so she probably would have skipped a different one. But for me, personally, I would have skipped Animal Kingdom altogether. And that's pretty straightforward, because I've explained it multiple times before. Number 5, I would have spent more time at Epcot. That is something that I believe we both regret. And if we ever went back to Florida, that would probably be the only park we would visit again. Though I would like to do Magic Kingdom, I don't think we could spend that kind of money to do the Universal trip that we would like to do and 2 days at Disney. Number 6, I would have rather gone swimming instead of Disney Springs because in my head, when we originally thought this out, we thought, oh, Disney Springs, we can get that done in like an hour and be back in time for dinner. The buses never showed up at Disney Springs. We waited over an hour for a bus that never showed up, hardly. And then we had to go to a different hotel because that was the hotel that was supposed to get us there the quickest. Hop a boat and go to Hollywood Studios. Did not really work. But had we gone swimming instead, like we had thought, well, maybe this, maybe that, we could have swam for a couple hours and we wouldn't have been able to make it to our dinner reservation, which I think is probably what was a kick to the head even more. Had we had swam instead of shopped, we could have made it. And then lastly, I would have done more. I would have rode more things. I would have looked for more characters. I spent so much money and I barely rode anything. And it is a theme park at the end of the day, which is kind of stupid that I spent so much money on this trip. I don't know if Tiffany feels the same. Do you feel the same? She said yes. I don't know if you've heard that because she didn't really kind of speak it loudly. So there was so much we actually didn't do that kind of makes me a little sad. So that's what I would have done differently with a little help from the peanut gallery that's in the other room. Bye.